Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you hear snoring in the background, that's Storm, not Dougal. Smaller nose, bigger snore, surprisingly. So let's head over back to Ella. I stand at the end of a dusty street. Wooden structures loom over the dirt road. Words like saloon, bank and mercantile are planted on each facade. The scent of horse manure and hay fills the air. A low murmur of voices echo inside the buildings. Rage and frustration battle it out inside my nervous system. I need to find Alec and Agatha, not reenact scenes from Old Yeller. I pace a line along the centre of the street. Little by little, my anger melts into curiosity. After all, a trip to Cinder Mercantile ended up giving me useful information. Maybe I need to trust my magic a little bit. Perhaps I need to learn a few things before I'm ready for the big rescue attempt. Best if I stay alert and watch for opportunities. Besides, or at least that's got to be a better plan than pacing around in circles while picturing punching Nartadel in the throat. Someone steps out from the shadows onto the street itself. Shielding my eyes from the sun, I check out the newcomer. It's a woman in an outrageously pale outfit, and even though she's dressed strangely, I know her anywhere. It's Skye. Only this version, it doesn't have Miss for legs. She's not a genie. Yet. I decide to call this version of my genie Dressy Skye. When strange things happen in your life, it's important to give them names. For a minute, I just watch Dressy Skye be her own fussy self. She pats down her hair, adjusts her hat. She even lifts up the edge of her skirt to avoid random splatters of water on the street. Plus, when this puddle avoidance takes place, I discover that Dressy Skye is wearing white shoes as well. What's up with that? Did she plan to visit the Old West or a semiconductor clean room? Dressy Skye walks up and down the street a few times. She waves at the windows and tries to get someone's attention, but it clearly doesn't work. And she clearly doesn't see me. By this point, I'm getting used to this. Eventually, a crinkly old guy with a massive black Stetson steps out of the place marked Stables. On a side note, I'm very impressed with the labelling ability of this town. They may not have paved streets, but whoever runs this place wields a mean stencil. Dressy Skye marches over to the old gentleman. In the process, she walks right through me. Turns out, it's a weird sensation to have someone step through your body. And by that, I mean it tickles. She pauses before the older guy. Excuse me, sir? Yes, miss. He tips his hat. I'm looking for Governor Morningstar. Do you know where I might find him? Try the saloon. Dressy Skye pales. Saloon? That's right. Excuse me, miss. After tipping his hat again, the man saunters off. This is what you call an old-fashioned turning point. Dressy Skye doesn't look like she's ready to walk down a dusty street, let alone hang out in a saloon. Leaning back on my heel, I give her a good once-over. The Marshall Skye I know is a badass, and she's in black. She'd have no problem walking into a saloon, possibly drinking the place dry. But this version, it's a tough call. Eventually, Dressy Skye takes a deep breath and heads into the saloon. I follow along behind her. The building itself is a long and low space with wood floors, round tables, and a player piano. There's a long bar built into the wall. No one's behind it, which isn't much of a shocker. It's early morning and no customers have shown up yet. Dressy Skye steps into the centre of the room. Hello? She clears her throat. I'm Skye Morningstar. I'm here to see the governor. A second ago, I would have sworn this place was empty, except for Dressy Skye. Now a new figure steps out from the shadows. She wears fringed leather pants and a jacket to match. Her long black hair is entwined into colourful feathers. I'm Governor Morningstar. Oh, Dressy Skye blushes. I was expecting, a man. Governor shrugs. I could take that form, if you like. It's all part of our life template. Dressy Skye shakes her head. I'm very confused. I was told to come here and find my kin, Governor Morningstar. You see, I'm supposed to be a Cinderella fairy tale life template, but it isn't working out. We are kin. Governor pulls out a bear claw necklace from under a jacket. A silver stopper sits atop the massive claw. My eyes widen. That isn't just a claw, it's a container. Governor pulls the silver top off from the clawed bottom. Everything changes. The governor transforms into a smoky version of herself. She spirals down into the claw container. There's no question about it. Governor is a genie, and the claw is a bottle? Once the governor vanishes inside the claw, the stopper replaces itself. The necklace sits on the floor. Dressy Skye takes a few steps closer to the claw container. Governor, she asks, are you all right? The stopper pops out of the claw and the process reverses. Smoke pours out from the top of the necklace and grows larger by the second. When the cloud solidifies, Governor is once again standing in the saloon. Emotions battled out inside me. One of my consciousness is terrified by what I just saw, but the other side, I want me a bottle or a claw of my very own now. Governor nods towards Dressy Skye. Whatever magic drives you, or our lives, yours and mine, we are the same. I see it in you, clear as the moon. For her part, Dressy Skye sets her hand on her throat. But I already met my prince. I'm here to get my magic fixed. That way, we can get married. Governor waves her hands across a nearby table. A series of bottles appear. We both know that won't happen. It's time to make your choice. My heart sinks. I've seen images like those before. Magical bottles. They're perfect for a genie. Is this why my magic drew me to this place? Is my fate finally revealing itself? Just as it did to Skye? And that's the next part of our story with Ella. Ooh, she's walked into something quite interesting here. Definitely different. But it could explain why Skye ended up being a genie. At the moment, when we go back into Skye's past and we look at this story, we can see she definitely didn't want to be a genie. She wanted to get married. So something's got to give, right? Thanks for listening to this episode, and many blessings.